Okay, welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're going to unpack some really fascinating source material.
Yeah, it looks like a big shift, definitely.
Right. Something happening right now where finance meets tech.
It feels less like slow steps and more like a real acceleration.
Exactly. We're seeing this major leap in institutional blockchain adoption and the whole infrastructure for tokenization.
And the names involved here are big.
Seriously big. Our sources point to HSBC, China Asset Management Co., Ltd.
Yeah.
You probably know them as China AMC.
Mm-hmm.
And Hong Kong itself, the whole region.
These aren't, minor players. What they do makes waves.
Totally.
Yeah.
So our mission here is to really understand what these sources tell us about this specific partnership.
And why it matters, right? For finance generally, but maybe especially in Asia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. The sources really seem to focus on HSBC first. They look like a key piece here with their private blockchain platform.
Right, Orion.
Yeah.
And what jumps out immediately from the material is that it's proven.
Proven how?
It's not just a concept anymore. The sources say it's been used to issue, get this, $15 billion worth of bonds.
Just like that.
In only the last 18 months.
Hold on, 15 billion with a B.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so what does that number actually signify?
It signifies this isn't some small experiment, That kind of volume on Orion suggests the tech is robust.
Robust enough for the big leagues.
Exactly. Robust enough for mission-critical, large-scale capital market stuff. It's moved beyond being an interesting test.
So it's core infrastructure now, at least for bond issuance, at a huge global bank like HSBC.
Seems that way. The sources show HSBC is really focused here, especially on digital asset custody and the whole tokenization piece through platforms like Orion.
And they've done multiple issuances.
Over 10 bond issuances across different regions, yeah. They've road tested it.
Okay, so HSBC has built it, they've proven it works. Now the sources bring China AMC into the mix.
Ah, yes.
And they describe China AMC picking HSBC as their tokenization agent, their words, as a seismic shift. Big language.
And honestly, seismic feels about right. China AMC is enormous in asset management over in China, a real pioneer.
How big are we talking?
Their ETF business alone, it recently crossed $100 billion in assets.
Whoa, okay. $100 billion just in ETFs. That's a massive amount of assets potentially heading towards tokenization.
Exactly.
So what does it mean practically that HSBC is their tokenization agent?
It means HSBC is likely going to handle the nuts and bolts, the technical side of things.
Like taking China AMC's assets.
Right, real-world assets or fund assets and representing them as digital tokens, probably on a blockchain like Orion.
And why is that partnership so significant?
Well, you combine China AMC's sheer scale and, their regulatory standing with HSBC's proven tech. It's more than just an endorsement.
It feels like a major commitment.
It's one of the biggest commitments to tokenization we've seen from a traditional finance giant globally.
Yeah.
And especially coming out of Asia.
So these players see tokenization as essential, not just efficient.
Seems that way. Faster settlement, maybe lower costs, fractional ownership. Those are the efficiency arguments. But this feels bigger.
Like it's the future of managing assets.
Potentially. And choosing HSBC, probably based on that $15 billion Orion track record we talked about, shows it wasn't a casual choice. It was deliberate.
Okay, so we have HSBC with the tech, China AMC with the assets and validation, and the third piece is Hong Kong, right? The sources highlight Project Ensemble.
That brings in the where. Where is this happening? Project Ensemble is basically Hong Kong's big strategic play.
To become a leader in digital assets.
Exactly. To carve out a leading global spot using blockchain specifically for payments and tokenized assets, it's a very deliberate strategy.
And the sources mention Hong Kong's regulators might be moving faster than, say, the US or Singapore.
That seems to be a key element, yeah. By getting major players like HSBC and China AMC involved in pilots under this framework,
it creates a showcase.
Kind of a powerful demonstration effect, as one source put it. It shows the world, look, institutional tokenization works, and it works here.
So it's the combination of the established finance players and the proactive regulation.
Right. That mix creates this uniquely fertile ground for this stuff to really take off at scale.
Okay, let's quickly recap then. We've got China AMC, over $100 billion AUM, giving huge validation.
Massive validation, yeah.
Then HSBC, proving the tech works with $15 billion in bonds, issued via Orion in just 18 months.
The track record is there.
And finally, Hong Kong, smoothing the path with Project Ensemble. aiming to be a global hub.
Mm-hmm. So what this deep dive really shows, looking at these sources, is we're kind of past the trial runs for these institutions.
This isn't just testing the waters anymore.
No. Tokenization is being plugged into the main systems, the core plumbing of global finance. It's becoming mission critical right now.
So for you listening to this, it really points towards a potentially rapid change
A fundamental change, possibly.
in how financial assets might be managed, transferred, maybe even how you own them in the fairly near future. Giants are laying the groundwork.
And when you think about the speed...
Yeah, that's the final thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Given the scale we're seeing, the $100 billion validation, the $15 billion platform, and the speed of adoption these sources are highlighting.
How quickly could this become standard?
Exactly. How quickly might holding and trading tokenized assets just become normal, another part of the everyday financial world? Something to think about.